I 36M think my wife 38F is cheating on me and using me as a cover. Hello, I'm gonna be straightforward. My wife and I have been married for 9 years now, no kids, great marriage, good compatibility, sex life, lots of shared interests, etc. So I never had any reasons to suspect my wife of infidelity until recently. In the summer of 2022, my wife started a new job. Here she meets Mark, 32M. My wife and I are very communicative, so I know about Mark from the begin. All I know about him until the summer of 2023 is that he's a friendly coworker of hers who has helped her navigate her way around in the beginning and are very good friends in the context of work. I know that Mark's married. I'm not aware of them hanging out outside of work during this period of time. In summer 2023, I get introduced to Mark all of a sudden. My wife and I were getting ready to go to the beach in the morning and she asks me if I mind Mark joining us. As I said, I've always trusted her, so I never thought anything weird about it and said okay. I liked hanging out with Mark that day, he was cool, even treated us to food and drinks. The next time we went out together, he brought his wife with him. Before I knew it, this form of spending time became the norm. Mark plus me plus my wife / Mark plus me plus both wives. For a bit I enjoyed having a squad like this, probably because I never had that experience when I was younger and Mark and I actually became quite good friends. We'd even hang out one-on-one. Well, this lasted until January of this year. For Christmas / New Year's we went on a skiing trip together, all 4 of us. This is when I started to feel suffocated. Basically each time I try to do something alone with my wife, Mark would join. Each time I try to tell my wife that this was bothering me, she'd say to chill, cause the more the merrier. I ended up spending more time with Mark's wife that vacation cause both of us felt like the third wheel when we returned home. This is how things started to be. I'd tell my wife, hey, let's go have dinner somewhere nice, then she'd tell me Mark's coming too. She'd basically refuse to spend any private time with my outside the house. The situation also made me start finding Mark irritating. A few weeks ago, I happened to run into someone from their workplace. Couldn't help myself but ask about how they were behaving at work. She told me that they're the unofficial office couple that my wife likes to jokingly go by Mrs. plus Mark's last name. She told me she never saw anything physical, but emotionally they are basically acting like a married couple. I told my wife and Mark about this and they said it's just work gossip. Now about the cover part, my wife won't go out with Mark alone, so she drags me along each time with the pretext of a group meeting. I feel like she does this only so that people don't see her alone in public with him and start suspecting an affair. Mark's wife also has the same suspicions. But Mark, just like my wife, says it's an overreaction and gossip. We're both just misunderstanding them. To top things off, this week my younger brother jokingly asked me if Mark is his new brother-in-law cause we seem like a trouble. My question is, how do I go about to put an end to this? I honestly don't know if I should just put an end to my marriage. Will my wife even ever be honest about this? I love her, but this is becoming unbearable.